Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time coming here, I want to introduce myself quickly. My name is Jeff. I make Shopify videos to grow you personally and financially, and I want you to learn from my mistakes and kind of follow me through my journey and to see how I can improve and how you can improve along with me. So welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about 6 essential free apps that you can utilize for Shopify dropshipping in 2018. So stay tuned. Okay, so the first one I really want to talk about is 𝗿𝗲𝘀𝗂𝗍𝗍. Now there are a lot of alternatives to this app. For example, I'm not sure, best currency converter or something. So basically what these do is they help change the currency for the visitors depending on their country. So for example, if one of your visitors is from, let's say, Australian, then they can change the currency to Australian dollars. So why is this important? Is because it makes the whole experience a lot more easier for them, because they can kind of shop with their own currency in mind, and they can kind of get an idea of how much it costs to kind of gauge their I guess willingness to buy it. So it's very important to have this in the store, just in case, because this could potentially affect your conversions if your customer, for example, the customer in Australia, they're not aware of, let's say, US dollars, and as a result they might not even convert just because of this tiny mistake that you didn't that you made, basically because you didn't include this app. So make sure you have this because it's really important. So the second one I want to talk about is countdown timer. Now a lot of people nowadays, I feel like they use this timer incorrectly. It makes it feel like it's very spammy. So what I recommend is either use urgency or scarcity, which is a timer that counts down, that gives a time on the product page that shows how long left they have until the sale ends. Or you could utilize something that creates urgency, for example, a stock timer. So for example, one of my stores, I put something like, okay, only X left in stock, like only 10 left in stock. So that creates urgency for people to buy, and it's important to make sure that you don't use both and only one of them, because you want to, as I said, make your page look less spammy and more legitimate. So this is another one to consider in your website. The most important one, I feel like, is mobile converter, and this is when it optimizes for the mobile visitors in your site. So obviously, it depends on what kind of website you have, but the majority of the visitors going to your site will be for mobile. And it's very important to keep your website very mobile friendly, and not to mention very smooth, so that people can have an easier browsing experience. So what mobile converter does is it makes it easier for them to browse, it makes it more mobile friendly, and makes them buy and purchase and add to cart and all those easier. So without this, I feel like it's going to be really hard in 2018, so just make sure you include this as well. So Review is another app that I use personally, and it's basically a product review. Of course, it's free again, and I feel like you do need this in 2018, and not just 2018, but since you start dropshipping, basically, because it just creates more social proof for your website. Every product page, I feel like, should have this and should have at least 10 reviews. And it's also important to make sure that the reviews are all positive, and you try to remove any AliExpress related reviews, and so that makes sure that your customers don't know that you're sourcing basically from AliExpress. So another one that you absolutely need is abandonment cart email. There are a lot of alternatives to this, like Abandonment Protector, which I've used, but I find I like this one more. So anyway, it's up to your choice. So what this does is that it helps retarget the different customers that's been to your site. As they go down the funnel and make the purchase, you'll realize that some of them will stop at add to cart. And basically what this app will do is send an email flow to kind of remind them about the purchase and basically kind of prompting them to buy. So what's good about this is that there's different emails that's set up for different time periods. So you can do, for example, 1 hour later after you purchase or after you checked out the item, and then 5 hours later, for example. So then what I realized works pretty well is trying to include a discount code for the email inside, so you can kind of incentivize them to purchase and count as a conversion basically. So this is very important if, first of all, you're trying to capture, not only trying to capture them as a customer to make more sales, but also to get their email for future email marketing. So this is very important. Another app that I realized that people don't really talk about is a Facebook chat. So this is very important because a lot of people, they want to keep in touch with the store owners, of course, and you as a store owner. And a lot of people, they can't be bothered to, or they get really lazy to send an email. So they find that sending emails through Messenger, or for sending messages through Messenger, is a lot more easier and straightforward. So basically what this app does is that allows them to do so. And once you install it, there's going to be a button on the top left or top right or bottom left, bottom right, however you set it up in your store on mobile. So both mobile and your actual website, your desktop. So what this does is they can click on this button and they can basically just message you directly on there. So it makes it a lot easier to keep in touch and build a relationship with your customer. So definitely keep this in mind. I realized that Shopify dropshipping is getting more competitive, and Facebook Messenger and all that is on the rise. So definitely check out this app. Okay, so that about does it for this video. If you found any value from this video, please sure to like this so I know that it's helpful to you, and subscribe for more videos. I try to create more videos for you to create more value and kind of share the different mistakes that I've made and that I found out as I'm testing. So I hope that you can gain something out of this, and see you next video. Peace.